Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday. Well, today is European Town and it's from Joy Sunday, of course, and it is week 8. Yeah, we are not getting very far here. Well, I'm going to finish up this little bit of this pink here, and then I have some brown out for up there by the windows. I just dropped my scissors. And this thing, I have that pad underneath it. It just keeps attaching to everything. I think that was what it was supposed to do, but, now it's getting on my last nerve. Yeah. Anyway, so what is everybody up to? What is everybody working on? I have been steadily, since I got it, working on that Cinderella diamond painting for my granddaughter. I about got it half done. Just about half. So I'll continue to work on it. And last night I worked a little bit on the one I got yesterday, just because it was out and it was there. Yeah, some days you just gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't feel like looking for anything else or doing anything else. It was just kind of a long and boring day yesterday for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't really go anywhere or anything. I mean, it wasn't bad weather. It was in the 40s, and then in the afternoon it got a little bit cloudy, but nothing to write home about. It didn't snow or anything. It was supposed to, but it didn't start. And then today we just barely started snowing when I got up here about 7:30. So, I mean, it's real fine. So, nothing real exciting. I have to run in later to town to pick up a few supplies, but at the grocery store, nothing huge. I was going to have a salad with my dinner, and I didn't have a tomato, and I can't have salad without tomato. It's just like, no, that won't work. And sometimes I do get avocado if they're on sale, so I cut one of those up in my salad as well. But, yeah, and I had everything else. But I really want to use up that lettuce before it goes bad. I got chicken. What was it, yesterday? What is today, Saturday? No, not yesterday. I got chicken the day before. Had to go to 2 different places looking for fried chicken. They didn't have it at the grocery store. That was on Thursday night. Because they closed the deli at the grocery store at 4:30 in the afternoon because they were short-staffed. I get it. I used to work there. So I had to go out to the truck stop to go get chicken. Remember I told you there was a place out there where they had chicken, like regular fried chicken, and then they also have chicken tenders there. And they also have a pizza place there as well. So Molly and I ran out there real quick and just got us some chicken and a couple of biscuits, and no big deal. Seriously, I'm about ready to tear this thing right off of the table. Alright, we finished that. So, yeah. And then Thursday, my daughter and I, you saw, we went out to the river. And this was like a flat walk, She wanted to just get out of the house, and she wasn't in too much pain, so she wanted to, she didn't want to hike up and down little hills and all that. She just wanted to go for a quick little walk down to the river, and it's a pretty easy, walk. So, and Grandma and me and her, we're done for the day. But we were out there maybe an hour or so, just looking around. And of course I took videos of the river. It's running pretty fast, and it's been in the 40s and 50s, so the water was running pretty good. I was shocked, and there might have been a few scattered places where there was a little snow here and there, but nothing we had to tromp through. I mean, it was pretty much what melted off. Like I said, it was at where I live level. It wasn't 12 or 13,000 feet, where they've still got snow, of course. But it seems to be melting off pretty good. So we just walked around and looked at rocks, and I brought some rocks back. Nothing to write home about. In fact, I think I left them in the car, doggone it. Or they're in the pocket of the coat that I wore. And it wasn't chilly. It was in the 30s, maybe 40s by the time we got done, so no big deal. But I wanted to go down, see the river, and that kind of thing. And it's not a place where we can take the dogs, because they have, I'll call it ground cactus. So, it's real short and stubby, and there's, danger of the animals getting it in their feet. So we don't take the dogs when we go down there. And she wasn't about ready to wrangle the animals for an hour and a half, so, because you had to have to put them on leashes, because they're just not used to being free at those kind of places. So, anyway, we did that and got done and went and had lunch. So, she bought me lunch again. Dagnabbit. I was gonna buy, but she insisted. I'm like, okay, whatever. So that was really good. It's always good when we go to lunch. And then Friday she had to go to the doctor's and have her injections put in her back. So we'll see how that goes. They check on you after a week, so I'll keep you informed. Don't know if it is or it isn't working, so they said it takes about a week for it to, level out and you to feel better and that kind of thing, so. I'm sorry, we have to keep jumping here. Get my scissors out of the way. So, that is, I went to the thrift store and I bought two 11 by 14 frames, and I hope, I may have to go, okay, three conversations there. Okay, so I bought two 11 by 14 frames, and what else did I get? Oh, I got a little pot. Hang on. There you go. Isn't that pretty? It's quite heavy. Doesn't have any markings on the bottom, but I just thought it was kind of pretty. It's kind of worn here and there, and it's not glazed on the inside. It's weird, but it's heavy, real heavy. So I just thought it was kind of cool, and I thought maybe I could set it on my desk, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just picking and choosing things. You could put pencils in it or something, But I just like the markings on it. It probably came from a dollar store. I have no idea. It's fine. But I just liked the way it looked, so I bought it. But anyway, okay, back to the frames. So I bought, and it's a little dusty here. It'll need to be washed off, but I just set it up here. Oh my goodness, get up there. Just so nothing would happen to it. So anyway, I hope that the Cinderella, because I wanted to have it already framed, so all she had to do was tap in a nail, to put it up. I hope it'll be okay. I haven't measured it precisely. And then what I then started to say was I may have to go to the hardware store and see if they have any of that colored duct tape to run along the side, you know, if it's not going to fit in the frame. I don't know. It's a 30 by 40, so we'll have to see how that all works out in an 11 by 14 frame. So we'll see. I'll keep you informed. When I get ready to do it, I may do a video on it, but that's all I know for now. I mean, on that. But like I said, I'm about three quarters. We should only wish. Halfway through it, and the outsides of her, like, it's a little confettied in her dress, but the outsides have some big areas, so that's why I can just blow right through those. So it's not so bad, it's not confettied all over, which is nice, so we'll have to see. But that's all I found at the thrift store. Like I said, I haven't been finding a whole lot. There was a little basket about, whatever that is, 6-8 inches square, and then it was kind of deep. It was like a miniature crate, and it had some, what do you call it, Coats and Clark embroidery thread in it, but I wasn't even interested. You know, if it's not DMC, I'm not doing it. I don't know, that's just the way I roll. What can I say? Every once in a while I'll get off brands. It just depends what kind of mood it was in, and I didn't need it, so I left it. I looked through everything else. There wasn't anything there that appealed to me at all. Just kind of wandering around that day. But I went and did that after we went down to the river and stuff. But just, I don't know. I kind of check in on it every once in a while, but not too much. I don't know. I just don't need things. So I try not to buy things that I'm not going to use or, you know, I don't need as far as the house. If I go for a specific want or need, you know, then maybe I'd have been a little more interested. I don't know. I just get that way. I just get tired of looking at stuff. You know? Whoops. Oh, you silly Billy. Come here. So, yeah, that's about all that's been happening around here. Now today it's a little colder, but not much. It's still in the 30s. Whoop. Come on. Such a short thread. Not much today. Now, I'll have a video early today. Then we'll have the live. And then this will be on from, say, 3 or 4 o'clock. So, it's kind of a busy day. I do have another review coming up tomorrow. So, trying to get everything scheduled and organized. I'm gonna have to get rid of that thread. It's just way too short. I try to get as many stitches as I can out of a thread. But sometimes that works, and sometimes not so much. Oh, I just laid that down, didn't I? Oh, heck. Come on. So I've just been basically diamond painting, trying to finish that crazy diamond painting, and watching a little YouTube here, or YouTube, well, that too. YouTube and Netflix, so nothing too exciting on Netflix, to say the least. Just too much on my brain, I guess. Just yesterday, I laid down for 2 hours, got up, did a whole bunch of stuff, and then about 6 o'clock, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. So I laid down again for about another hour and a half and went to bed about 1:30. Just, I don't know. Tiredness is setting in, I guess. Beats me. I'll be glad when these stupid little windows are done. Okay, what is the deal here? I got a thread that isn't cooperating. So I just kind of comb it with my nail here to get it to go straight. I haven't worked on this all week. Just stuff here and there. Been basically trying to stay focused and finish that diamond painting. Then when I go to sit down, because I've sat at diamond painting too long, then I don't want to stitch. I don't know. Some weeks are like that. What is the problem? Thread is just so weird some days. Thought at first I had like a broken eye of the needle or something. I don't know. Issues. Operator error for sure. So, what projects are you working on? Are you working on something fun and exciting? Why is that doing that? Well, I hope you're working on something exciting. Are you working on something for a gift or something like that? Or we're just going to do these two. I usually don't jump like that, but we do. We're doing it today because I'm not restarting for just 2 little stitches over here. Then we can go to another section. Believe it or not, there's 2 more symbols in these silly windows. But it's getting some shadows in there. We'll go back over here and finish those. It's starting to look, look a little bit more defined. I didn't look up those other 2 symbols. I'm sorry, we're just using this brown here. So evidently it's going to be a pain in the neck till the end. I don't know what its problem is. Sometimes threads are weird. It should have been, it might have been one of those threads that, like I told you, you need to separate. I don't always separate it into individual threads, but when it starts giving me fits, it's like each thread is individually twisted or something. I don't know. So I should, but I'm not gonna stop here. So, no grand plans for the rest of the weekend. We'll see. It's supposed to get messy tomorrow, and maybe even, snow or rain, I think it said. So no grand plans to go anywhere. What else was I gonna do? Was I gonna say something? I can't remember. No plans to start anything or anything like that. Should have some reviews coming up. Some pretty kits that I got. We will see. Oh my goodness. This is just really tight. Hope I can get those last two threads there. Or stitches, I mean. Threads. Jeez, what a day. I do have to go to the laundromat tomorrow. Isn't that exciting as hell? I'm telling you. Just doesn't get any more exciting around here than that. And if I get real festive, I might take the trash to the trash bin down there. Oh, come on, really? Ugh. Hang in there. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I hate when it does that. Just hate it. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. Then I'll trim it. Things are kind of starting to pick up a little bit at work, but not too terribly bad. It seems like it's always on a Wednesday, because people are coming, and the end, I was trying to think what I was going to say and when. Spring break is going to be like the last full week of March, I think. So it's not even anywhere near where Easter is. Kind of wanted to nail that. There we go. And then I can cut it off. Hopefully it'll work. Usually I would pull it from underneath, but that ain't happening now. Is it starting to look like a window? Come on. And of course we have to start again. I know. Don't judge my back, please. It is what it is. It's the way I roll. So it's starting to get some definition in those windows. Ow. Oh, ow. I'm sitting with my leg crossed and I went to move it and my leg felt like it was about half dead. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. I may keep this out and work on it. You know, have my... This is my project that I'll diamond paint for a while and then I'll get up and go sit down on the couch and then I'll do this. Because it needs some progress in it. I'm just getting kind of weary of it not going anywhere. I like this dark brown though. It's awfully pretty. I don't know what color it is. Cannot begin to tell you. Oh, that's attractive. But I like it. It's not dark brown. It's kind of a dark honey brown, if you will. I don't know. But it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, I like 3771 as well as the next guy. But just every once in a while, you need something that's not quite that dark. So, yeah. And this kind of flits that bill. I had to unroll it because, no, I haven't taken a picture of the key. And to keep that in my phone, it just, I don't know. Molly's over there snoring. She's so weird. She is so funny. I don't think she was feeling on her game earlier this week. And it wasn't hot, you know, because sometimes she'll get kind of, she didn't want to eat or whatever. But she was kind of yucky earlier this week. I don't know what that was about. Now she's over it and she's eating just fine. I think animals just feel all the tension going on, you know. Some days more so than we do. That's why I always say I'll go with the animals' instinct first before anything else. Phew, that was a struggle. For what was that, a whole 10 stitches? Jeez. I wish I could cross stitch like some people, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, they'll do a whole square and then they'll go on to this whole square and this whole square. I don't know how they do it without stopping and starting your threads. I don't know. It's interesting. I just don't. We're going to get that part right there. I just find myself I can't stitch like that. So then I end up having to put it in holes where it takes a little bit more effort to stitch. I don't know. How do I can't stitch that way. To get my thimble out here in a minute. It's just very hard to fill in the hole there, but I can't stitch and leave my thread because I have no idea where it goes. You know, I can't stitch like, what is that, parking? I don't know. I don't know. My brain didn't function like that. Okay, we got that part. So we don't have to come back for just that part. We're filling a lot of holes today. That's all I can say. What was it? I was stitching something. Oh, it's the lantern. The girl with lanterns. She has a couple stitches here, couple stitches there, couple this, couple that. Oh my goodness. I spent one night for an hour and a half doing nothing but filling in the extra little individual. That drove me nuts. Was trying to get it so it was smooth and, okay, we're done to this point or we're done to that. I don't know. I don't know how it got that way. Beats me. So now, not now on this, but I will take those smaller ones that I'll just take like a half a thread and do all the ones that I see just have a very few instead of starting with something big. When I'm starting a new pre-stamp. And that way I get those small individual ones out of the way in the beginning. Oh, my itch. My skin is so dry. Does that make sense? Is that a good idea? What do you think? I don't know. I don't know how you avoid it. Because I don't get it. How do you do your cross stitch, Do you do like I explained, one square at a time? I just can't stitch like that. It's insane. The way I do it, it's insane, and it's sporadic. Does that make any kind of sense to anybody? Or am I just losing it, huh? I don't know. I see these three right here. We're just going to capture those to avoid that. Then I don't have to come back for them. We have this thread, so we can get pretty far with the thread. Just not sure. Coming up on... Woohoo! It's the only exciting thing. Oh, and I must have missed the Ides of March. I don't understand the Ides of March. I can't remember. I did look it up at one point. And what it meant and everything else. I don't remember now. So, I think I missed it. I think it was the first week of March somewhere. I'm ready for spring. I need to get out and go to see the fresh air and the pine trees. And my daughter, she'd crack me up. We went out to this place, and like I said, it's kind of you can camp there overnight if you wanted to. There's no fee or anything. And we were looking. Sometimes we go on the other side of the road, and it's kind of hilly-ish every once in a while. And I said, well, you won't be climbing that, because at one point she did climb up to the top of these rocks, right? I said, you won't be climbing on that very much. And she goes, well, I don't want to go over there because there might be mountain lions. I'm like, oh, great. Something else. I mean, it's not like they know the difference in the side of the road here, so yeah, it kind of freaked me out. But there's no snakes or anything. But there have been mountain lions up there, and heaven forbid we don't want to disturb them or the bears. But I was like, man, I didn't even think about that. I'm so glad she thought about it. Well, good thing your back's out, so we can't go anyway. But we like to go up there, and there's some interesting rocks and stuff up there. But we haven't walked around too much around there, but we did find some weird looking rocks. So it's some place that we go different, and it's not, these places that we go, they're like 10 minutes from home. You know, not a big deal. We don't strike out too far now. When we went and took the pictures for the kids, you know, the fall pictures with all the fall leaves and stuff, that's about, it's maybe a half an hour from home at the most. We don't go very far because all the mountain stuff is right here. It just depends what direction up the hill. So it's about, all of it about, I'd say the furthest is 45 minutes away from the house. So we weren't going very far. We weren't going to be gone that long. She just needed to get out of the house. But yeah, that thing about the mountain lions, I had forgotten all about them. You know, it's winter, but they're out there. They're out there. Let's see where I'm at. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We did get some of this filled in. I'll just continue on until I run out of this thread and go back here and get those reds so we can have the building done. Alright, well thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.